you know, people kind of look at you weird when you show up in this car because it's not the most presentable, but that's kind of what I like about it. It's cool. It's just a piece of car. Okay, so I've actually had this car for about a year, and actually had a lot of fun with it. I always liked these Ford Festivas, and I saw this one on Facebook Marketplace, and it was an unfinished project. Basically, somebody had started this conversion and didn't finish it, or may have sort of finished it, but it wasn't road legal. And I thought I'll just buy it and drive it around for a little bit and have some fun with it. And since then, it's become my daily driver. Anyway, so we're just gonna do a little overview of the car because it's a little different and kind of cool. What it is a 1989 Ford FASTiva, and somebody transplanted the suspension, engine, and transmission from a Subaru. So this is now a all-wheel drive car and has probably 3 times the power that it would have had when it was produced from the factory. Not exactly race-approved pins, but holds the hood shut. Sort of jams up too sometimes. Yeah, I guess we'll show you the engine first. Yeah, so that's what we got. It's a 2.5 liter overhead cam, single overhead cam. This engine is a 2001, I believe, out of a Legacy. And it's got a header and a air filter. You know, that's there's a couple little deletes on it, and to boost power and simplicity of it, because it's been, all the components are bare bones on this car. So, and from there you got a 5-speed transmission, manual. It's kind of weird, but there's more room under the hood than there is in a Subaru. So this is a much smaller car, but still there's more space. You can actually get to all the spark plugs. You could change the valve cover gaskets real easy on this. When I got this, one of the things that wasn't finished was a radiator. It was kind of just zip tied on the front. I put a, this is a performance radiator. It's actually from a Nissan Sentra, but it's like a 3-core aluminum. And I had to kind of custom make this mounting in it. I wanted to keep the factory grille and bumper. And the way I did it, I just basically cut out and made it work. I think it's like a 10-inch fan, electric fan in here. And that's all that I have, and it stays cool. Freaking, you can run this thing through trails real slow, covered in mud, and it doesn't overheat, so that's pretty cool. All right, so as far as the stance on this thing, it sits, I think, 3 inches higher than a regular, well, probably 4 inches higher than a regular Ford Festiva. In the front, it's trimmed out a little bit. Really not very well done, but it's done. I didn't do that part of it. It rubs a little bit at full lock, but steering ratio is still pretty good. And in the back, we didn't have to trim anything. Very little suspension travel in this because the springs in it are very, very tight. And I think they were designed for a full-size Subaru or something, but they're like performance coilovers that are just repurposed for this.
All right, go.
Okay, on the inside, we got, firstly, you may notice, you got some C4 Corvette seats in here. I tried to get some racing seats, but these were cheap, so I just put these in there. And it also is kind of good because you can fold them forward, but you sit way lower than you used to in these cars. Yeah, there's a door. Yeah, the custom door panels were in it when I got it, and actually it's kind of one of the reasons I bought the car, to be honest with you. I liked them so much. Yep. Basically inside we got stock dash. I got some of the gauge cluster to work. It's just a speedometer and a temperature, but fuel level gauge is not functioning yet, so that's annoying. I got the heater I put back in it because I needed that because I was driving it throughout the winter. It still works really not very good, but it works. This is a custom transmission tunnel that the original builders put in here. It's actually not very intrusive. There's a little bit of tightness over by the gas pedal. I had to manipulate that a little bit to make it work. I added a little Momo steering wheel on here just for fun. It actually feels a lot better. Parking brake / e-brake thing, hydraulic. In the back, there's a fuel cell. It's basically just in the trunk. And there's a battery right here. Still have the back seat, so it's technically a 4-person car still. This car, it's basically a piece of crap car as far as its appearance. Technically how it's all put together, it's kind of shoddily done. So now this car's got, I think these 2.5 Subarus will put off like 160 horsepower. So it's actually a pretty quick car to drive around, especially because it's got smaller tires on it, which changes the gear ratio from what Subaru would have had. So from 0 to 60, it's really quite quick. It sort of limits it on its top speed and fuel economy, but that's okay. And I've taken this to, I think 2 gamblers now, and done some off-roading with it. Yeah, buddy! I haven't gotten stuck in the mud yet. I have gotten stuck in the snow. So the Blue Book value of this car is not very good, obviously, and I don't know if it's gotten better or worse, to be honest with you. I bought it for 1,300 bucks, I think. So I'm in it pretty cheap. I've already driven it for a year, and it's been great. So I think I'll probably hold on to it. Alright, well, thanks for watching our video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is just something we decided to do on this cold, rainy day. It's a fun car. Yeah, that's it.